Welcome, virtual race fans, here to the Michigan International Speedway. It is round 9 of 18 here for the Speed Racing Network Glytch Truck Series season. We've reached the halfway point on the season after a wild timeout last week at IRP. We're coming in a little hot here. We're on the formation lap. We're getting ready to get to racing. It is Daniel Butler and Sean Corcoran on the front row. Ed, how are we doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. We got an interesting race tonight at this 2-mile Michigan International Speedway. Looking for a little bit of super speedway fun, but let's get her started.
Here we go as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down to pit lane. Your starting lineup will be on the left-hand side of your screen. And green flag is in the air. We're racing from Michigan. One lap removed, and timing and scoring will update the lap count this time by. It should. It'll reset at some point. But Baldler is our race leader over Sean Corcoran. Looks like Aaron Gerwitz sat there in third. Look at Jason Green. Oh, it's not registering green there, but Green is there. That second truck in line. Here's Ben Morrow. Aaron Corcoran's got to do a little catching up, but yep.
Yeah, Ben Morrow, we saw off to a hot start last week at IRP, off to a hot start here at Michigan. He's going side by side with Jason Green down into turns 3 and 4 on the top lane. That top lane is going to be where a lot of passes are going to be seen tonight, especially on the bottom with the slide jobs too. But Ben Morrow over the back of that 2 truck of Daniel Balder right now as he's leading here at Michigan.
Oh, here we go. We're getting a reset going here. Oh, we got a truck going on.
Oh, Austin DeLong.
Oh, no. Austin
looks like he's going to keep it saved on the bottom.
Great stuff from DeLong to hold on to that thing.
Yeah, but luckily we're going to be having that stage caution at lap 30, so he'll be able to regroup. Just doesn't want to go a lap down, though.
And that's a big thing here, Ed. It's very easy to lose the draft. Hold that thought. We're going 3 wide for the race lead.
3 wide for the lead as Jason Green goes to the bottom. Ben Morrow on the top side. Daniel Baller looking to be the meat in the middle of the sandwich right now as we're going 3 wide, but it looks like he's going to clear both of them and stick to the bottom lane. Daniel Baller still leader, but Ben Morrow getting a little bit of momentum on that top side with Aaron Gerwitz in 4th, watching just behind.
And how about the 74 Sean Corcoran? A great run here at Michigan. Someone who's been mired back in traffic a lot of the time this season, getting involved in other people's stuff that's not his own doing. And here he is right there in 4th. A great view of this battle for the lead.
Yeah, what a hectic start right now for these leaders going 3 wide, only the first 5 laps into this race, but I love it. The intensity's up in these drivers. Everybody wants to get a lap led and get those really, really desperate points. Ben Moore with the aggressive side drive on that top lane, and also Jason Green on the bottom with the big side drive, but it looks like Daniel Baller's still going to lead that lap just barely, but Ben Moore with the momentum on the high side looks like he might be able to take advantage of it going into 1.
Well, here we go. Morrow and Baldler continue to duel it out here. Slider nearly getting into De La Rosa. They're behind. And
man, Slider's got a loose truck right now.
Oh, yeah. And Ben Morrow, he's got the advantage. Ben Morrow clears.
Yeah, Ben Morrow, it was our 2nd place last week at IRP. Definitely thought he should have had a win there last week, but looking pretty dominant so far here in his early comings.
Very sideways there to 66 at De La Rosa. Now we'll drop away a little further back. Dalton McKinney. And this 46 machine has had a rough couple of weeks. McKinney looking to get this thing balanced out in the right direction as we get ready to get playoff racing here for that 46. McKinney right now up inside the top 10. A good little run for him. We can keep going forward and set his sights on the bigger prize. His truck in the wall. Looks like the 88 of Godinez catches the wall.
Yeah, it looks like Slider's going to help push McKinney past the 88 of Godinez, and just behind them, last week's winner, Jeffrey Radke. Tough day in qualifying. Looks like he's going to have a little bit of progress to make going up to the field, but a lot of 2x2 right now behind him, a lot of single file. Some people trying to work the bottom, some people trying to work the top, but right now, Ben Morrow with about almost 3 to 4 gap truck length onto Daniel Baller and the rest of this field right now.
And it was a intriguing week for this 3 truck, Ed. We were kind of talking about it before the broadcast, before we went on the air. This 3 truck had a roller coaster of emotions this week, winning at IRP. Then, post-race review, declared that he jumped the lap 8 restart. It was the first restart of the day. The lap 8 restart, he had jumped it. He got the flag cleared. And typically, when that happens and you are found in the wrong, Ed, they give you the black flag, which if you weren't able to serve it during the race, it's a disqualification towards the tail end lead lap or worse. And he did get that penalty. But we found out come Monday morning, series officials held a revote over the weekend, rescinded that black flag that Jeffrey Radke had reapplied, and Radke keeps the win. So for a minute there, Radke got the flag cleared at IRP, won the race. Post-race, basically took the win away and gave him a black flag. Then a revote over the weekend rescinded the black flag, and Radke holds the win.
Oh, it was yellow on the speedway.
Michael Sidor.
Michael Sidor sideways and not turn around on the front straightaway.
Take a look and see what happened to the 86 of Michael Sidor. Trouble here. And this one happening here on the far side of the racetrack. Turns 3 and 4 racing here with the 25 of Spees.
Middle 3 wide, just about. Oh. I think Spees went for a little bit of a side draft, but got too close and got the left rear quarter panel of that 86 truck.
So Spees just catches the left rear quarter panel of Michael Sidor's truck, and he goes for a spin, brings out the first caution of the evening. Let's also go back and take a look and see what happened to Austin DeLong earlier on in this in the race. Back on lap number 3, Austin DeLong had a moment across the infield here, made a little contact with looks like the 55 of Jason Green, but we'll take a look at it.
And so here down the straightaway, he's going to have a run on Jason Green, goes to the inside. Looks like a little bit of neck coated contact there. Looks like they get a little bit stuck together and they just bang a little bit on the doors. No harm, no foul and all that. Austin DeLong keeps it straight, keeps his truck clean, and after that yellow before just now with Michael Sidor, he's going to be right back up in this field.
So that is how how we got to this point of the race, 10 laps into our 100 lap event. And the pit lane could be busy. Daniel Baldler is faking the field down the pit lane, and
Gerwitz last second
takes the grass in the pit lane. He brings McKinney, Godinez, Slider, and more.
Radke, looks like a couple others. DeLong and Sidor were both involved in those wrecks earlier. Connor Cunningham, Jason Crackey, Andrew Harris, Matthew Greathouse, Jacob Zola, Scott Kowal. So basically what this is going to do, Emerson, this is going to help some of these guys maybe try a little bit of strategy. Remember, we have that stage yellow at lap 30. So this caution could play a little bit of a benefit in some of these guys maybe possibly thinking about staying out, maybe play a little bit of strategy difference between some of these leaders up front. Be interesting to see. Especially I'm shocked with almost Baldler and maybe Gerwitz. I mean, I thought Baldler was going to come in, maybe play a little bit different because we know he likes to play for the win in these circumstances, but Gerwitz, I think, would play that kind of factor. I think that would definitely be somebody we have to keep an eye on as this race goes through.
Well, we shall see. And a lap and a half to the green flag. We're going to take a step aside and hear a quick message from our partners back here at Speed Racing Network. Welcome, race fans, back to virtual Michigan International Speedway. We're here for the restart. Green flag back in the air racing. Once again, here from Michigan. We're working lap number 12, lap 13, I'm sorry, here at Michigan. It's Morrow and Baldwin the front row. One lap removed from the restart, and it's still a hot and heavy battle between Baldler and Morrow out in front of this field. Look at De La Rosa, Green, and Corcoran trying to pull away.
Yeah, it's about a 5-truck pull away from these rest of this pack. Corcoran's that last one in this first pack. Then you got Carl Burke and Daniel Miglin trying to follow suit a little bit, but everybody behind them is just about 3-4 wide down the back straightaway. I see a bunch of those JB trucks in the back going side by side back there, but right now Daniel Baldler with the nose ahead of Jason Green. He's going to lead them back to the start-finish line and continue leading here at Michigan.
74-75, Corcoran and Morrow battle it out there, inverse the spots there for that third position. A lot of battling here. We've got the 35. Well, we got two 35s, it seems. We got the 35 of Zala, and we got the 35 of Truitt. That's not confusing at all. Somebody did not get the memo.
Somebody wanted the same paint scheme. No, I want the paint scheme. No, I want the paint scheme. There's a fight between the two, so they both did it.
They both did it, yep. Battle here, McKinney and Babb.
And McKinney, what we talked about, needs a good week this week. Had a rough one last time. Oh, we have a caution on the speedway.
Second caution of the day. This one involving Spencer Brown.
Spencer Brown, turn 4.
Oh, wow.
He was running back in 24, just about almost all the way in the back.
Yeah, he was running right back here at, I mean, he's running back here with Godinez. And
right on
off
the
of
top
4
there. He's on
sideways.
that top. Oh.
By himself.
Yep. Oh, man, cracky.
Good avoidance from
Almost
Cracky.
got a piece of that. That wouldn't be the first time we've seen Cracky almost get in the wrecks right there before. Remember Canadian Tire?
Oh, my goodness.
He had a heck of a moment a couple of times. But yeah, it looks like a moment where Spencer Brown's truck just wasn't really comfortable on that top side yet.
Not yet. Either cold tires or maybe just, I'm not sure. Maybe he caught the seam wrong.
And I do believe he was one of those guys that did come down in pit, so that might be a cold tire thing like you mentioned.
Sure. We are working our way to lap number 30 here for the stage. And with that being said, it looks like I don't really have it on my end, but you can kind of walk us through maybe the biggest movers from their starting position today, Ed.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at Nathan De La Rosa, started 14th up to 5th. We got Carl Burke behind him, started 17th and up to 6th. The other one that jumps out to me, Wally Babb, started 22nd up to 9th.
Good for Wally.
And the biggest loser that I'm seeing right now really is Austin DeLong, who we saw in that early spin, started 2nd back in 21st.
That's holding true.
And then Andrew Harris, who was our pole sitter but had a pre-race penalty to serve.
Oh,
started all the way in the back.
That's right.
Yeah, he had a penalty apparently from last week for too many incidents. Started all the way in the back. He was supposed to be our original pole sitter with the fastest time in qualifying, but has started in the back, and he's back in 16th.
Well, there's
fast
Andrew
truck.
Harris. Yeah.
Fast truck in 87. It's just going to take a little bit for him to get up here.
Well, it is getting to that time, folks. The playoffs are quickly approaching, and if you are watching on YouTube, we would greatly appreciate if you would support our endeavors here at SRN with a like and a subscription. And while you're there, you might see the bright blue join button next to the subscribe button, and You can join for $4.99 a month. Become a Speed Racing Network premium member today. You can get access to loyalty badges, custom emojis, exclusive wallpapers and photos, early access to new content, priority reply to comments, and so much more at the Speed Racing Network premium membership on our YouTube channel today. Like we have gotten to 1 degree.
After today, and we got 5 weeks left till playoffs.
Less actually. After today, it'll only be 4. Today is the fifth week to the playoffs.
Yeah, we go to Texas next week, then Dago, Rockingham, Kansas, and then we start our playoffs. And
it's gonna be a fun run to the playoffs here. Texas into Talladega, into Rockingham, oh baby. Sign me up. Oh, we're already signed up for it, but now these guys are gonna try to find their footing here over the next couple weeks over a wide variety of track types. We're going from, of course, the 2-mile D-shaped oval tonight to the 1.5-mile quad oval with different corners on both ends of the speedway in Texas. We're going to the 2.66-mile super speedway in Talladega. We're going to the 1-mile super bumpy multi-groove short track in Rockingham, and closing out the season on a 1.5-mile symmetrical tri-oval in Kansas. Into the 5-race playoff this season as opposed to 7. With 3 rounds, 2 races for the first 2 rounds, and the last race taking place at Nashville Super Speedway. Anyway, tonight we are working our second caution period of the day. The caution count is going to be 1 caution behind tonight on your top left as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. Green flag back in the air. Trucks around. Carl Burke going around on the back straightaway. He's got another one involved. That's Dalton McKinney.
Yeah, Dalton McKinney, Daniel Miglin involved as well, hitting the inside wall.
And our third caution period of the day. Caution comes out, and fortunately, it is some restart mayhem. Here we go. We're going to look up above. You see that blue truck on the left side of your screen. Comes together. McKinney actually comes up, makes contact with Burke. Miglin goes around as well. Miglin pounds the inside wall. Burke, I think he hits it, and McKinney gets away with no damage.
I think Miglin might have got the worst of that. He went about Trevor's side into that inside wall safer barrier. It's a little too crowded right there, and it's gonna hurt right here, right there. Carl just taps it, just barely, but that still might do some damage. But I think like I said, Miglin, I think got the worst extent of that.
One more time on board with Daniel Miglin.
That's one right there. If you have too much force feedback, that thing will hurt your hands if you don't let go of that wheel.
Yeah, he rode in this grass for a minute, too.
So I was just told, Emerson, by race control, that after the stage here at lap 30, restarts will be going to single file.
Wow. Even though I don't think any of the incidents so far have been caused other than this.
No, and that confuses me a little bit, but I understand where race control is going here, but it's like, I think they just want to, make it a little less chaotic, but I mean,
I'm with it.
After that start-finish line, they can hash it out themselves, basically, to go 2 or 3 wide, so.
Well, I'm sure race control is going to do their best to avoid 15 or what did we had 16 cautions last week. So
Just
that's
about, yeah.
trying
And that makes
to.
sense with a short track, but we have two. Well, we have two, three
This is
right
our
now,
third.
basically. Yeah, 3 cautions down 20 laps. On a 100-lap race, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, people in the back get a little too antsy, you know, want the track position. You know, those guys on newer tires, too, in the back, trying to hustle their way forward, so. This all makes sense with the little aggressiveness and some of the people kind of being passive. So, but we're going to basically come back to about 6 or 7 laps to go before the stage break, so be interesting. See if Daniel Baller can hold off Jason Green.
Doubled up and getting ready to get back to it. Daniel Baldler, Jason Green, the front row. It is Morrow, Vid Corcoran. Actually, flip it. Corcoran, then Morrow. De La Rosa and Bab. And it is Radke and Long, Zala, and Spees. The top 10. There.
I'm pretty sure Rocky's the first one on those newer tires, that pit that is up here. So that 3 truck has a little bit fresher rubber than some of these guys up ahead of him, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of hay he makes on these tires in this restart.
We shall see, and you see drivers catching back up to the field.
I'm also hearing a lot of fuel saving through this field too, Emerson, so that's another thing we have to pay attention to.
Oh, yeah. These fuel loads, they're a little tight here for this first stage. 30 laps.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe a little long, but these cautions helping it out. Daniel Miglin's still in the pit lane. That means 26 trucks still on the lead lap. And Alpha turn number 4 of iRacing.com safety vehicle. We'll find its safety down in the pit lane. The field is in the hands of Daniel Baldler, and racing resumes from the Great Lakes State. Four wide in the heart of the pack. Big moment for Ben Morrow.
And Morrow got about almost wrecked through that whole field just now, but Racky split the middle and decided, I'm going to try to make some headway on this top lane here. Look at him. He's going to go around that top lane here, try to get a run on Wally Babb and the rest of this field in front of him. Kyle Spees up here, our point leader. Oh, and a wreck in the turn 2. Big one. We got about 3-4 trucks in this one.
Oh, no. Kyle Ryan in trouble.
Kyle Ryan, Dylan Godinez, Spencer Brown, Ben Morrow.
And the 4th stoppage in action today. Take a look and see what happened to V30 of Kyle Ryan.
Looks like he's behind Eric Gerwitz and then he just got stacked up behind the 9 and then just got into the back and it turned his truck to the right just about. Just in front of Godinez and Ben Morrow. Ben Morrow had a tough restart.
Yeah, Ben Morrow had it rough. But their big moment for Morrow, I think he caught the wall there. And it was just on from there. 4 wide. So here we go into 1. And Kyle Ryan down the inside just gets up to Gerwitz and big hits there. Oh, and then is clipped there via 13 at Great House. He did save it. Kyle Ryan, the one in most trouble. And that truck does not look good.
No, it does not. I can confirm that Daniel Minglin has sent his truck to the garage. He is done for the day. I would imagine the same thing for Kyle Ryan.
Seems like the case. Working our fourth caution period of the day. Still stage caution to come at lap number 30. Still single file behind the safety vehicle. We're going to take another step aside and hear a quick message from our partners here at Speed Racing Network. Welcome, race fans, back to virtual Michigan International Speedway here in virtual Brooklyn, Michigan. Round number 9 of 18, well underway here for the Speed Racing Network Glytch Truck Series. It has been a doozy to this point. It is Daniel Baldler holding the top spot here, Jason Green second, Sean Corkin, De La Rosa, and Jacob Zola the top 5. The stage still to be won, and as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane, the field in the hands of Daniel Baldler, and green flag back in the air, racing once again from Michigan. 3 laps left in stage 1. Daniel Baldler got an amazing restart, got a good gap, but here comes a big run from Jason Green and company behind. Zola down on the inside trying to make something happen. Here comes Kyle Spees.
And Zola with a big shove from Kyle Spees that was able to get him all the way to third. Nathan De La Rosa with a moment off turn 2 into the fence just about, but Sean Corcoran working Kyle Spees on the top side. Here comes Jacob Zola in third, trying to make a move on Jason Green. His teammate Wally Babb also behind Kyle Spees, trying to make some moves here in this top 5.
Coming around, 1 lap to go in stage 1. Does anything have anything for the 2 of Daniel Baldler? Jason Green lined up and sized up behind as Corcoran and Spees battling across the stripe. 1 lap to go in stage number 1. What is Green gonna do?
Honestly, at this rate, I think you just settle in with what you got unless you have a really big chance to go get it. I don't think he's going to have the help to go get him. I mean, Daniel Baller's taking control of this race, but everybody behind him's really getting aggressive. 3 and even 4 wide back there for those last couple spots. I saw a slider with Racky just about 3 wide, almost in the back, but Daniel Baller coming down turns 3 and 4 looks to be setting sail to win this stage and take control of this race so far.
Truck slipping and sliding behind. It is Truett in the wall, and it's Daniel Baldler winning stage 1 here at Michigan.
Oh, we have trucks in the grass. We have Zachary Hines, Aaron Gerwitz all in the grass. Austin DeLong, I saw, went for a little bit of a spin almost too. Racky got in the fence. A lot of chaos coming to that start-finish line.
A lot of chaos, and here we go. Right there, nearly 5 wide. DeLong gets into side door. Radke gets dumped, and Hines and Gerwitz go for a slide.
I don't know who that blue truck was on the outside of Racky, but it looks like he just got a little bit too close. Or maybe Racky maybe pinched a little bit right there. That blue Ford. I don't know who that was.
It's the 84 Sean Long. We'll see here. Long actually has a good run. Radke comes up. Sean Long's in the wall. Radke,
yeah,
unfortunately turned himself there.
Sean actually looks like he got loose. Like he was powering it so much off the top. I think he just got a little loose on exit. Maybe give it a little too much over throttle and maybe got a little sideways and clipped the right rear of Radke. It looks weird from the other angle I'm looking at Emerson, but it's like it looks like he just overpowered it on the top and got loose. But also at the same time, like you said, it looks like he gets in the wall.
Well, someone else who overpowered the field was Daniel Baldler. And he is going to lead the field down the pit lane. Daniel
That's
Baldler,
going to be interesting to see some of these guys that pitted before. Do they stay out? Do they come in and get tires? We'll find out here.
I don't know if anyone is in position to flip the stage.
Here we go. We got a couple. I see Carl Burke, Dalton McKinney, Scott Kowal.
Great house.
And I will say, Matthew Greathouse was the one I was paying attention to under cautions a couple of times. He was hard saving. I heard him engine off and just not even touching the throttle. So he was saving a lot back there. It's going to be interesting to see how much fuel he's got left, though.
Green wins the race off pit road. Jason Green gets Baldler, then Zala, Spees, Babb, Truett, Corcoran, and more.
And Jason Green just got out of the box. It looked like a lot better than Baller there. It looks like he has the KBM truck team pit crew right there. Good stop by those boys.
Both of them were on it down the pit lane. Both of them were trying to extract as much as they could. So, working lap 33 of 100 here at Michigan. It is the 1/3 mark of today's race. Carl Burke, Daytona race winner, trying to see if he can get himself a second win before the playoffs get going here. Leading here at Michigan, Scott Kalal in need of a good run. Dalton McKinney in desperate need of a good run. Matthew Greathouse trying to keep the consistency up in that 13 machine. Those are the 4 trucks that have stayed out, working our 5th stoppage in action today. This one for the stage. We'll see now.
This is going to be interesting, with the strategy. How long are these guys going to stay out? Maybe try to save some fuel. Looking back at it right now, so Scott Kowal and Matthew Greathouse both pitted on lap 25. Dalton McKinney, Carl Burke last pitted on lap 20. So it'll be interesting to see how far their tanks will take them.
Part of it is we got to work backwards. to see the what the reverse pit window is, but we'll see if it pays off. Gonna
So
assume, yeah.
from what I can see, I have some stats. So I'm watching some of these drivers right now, and luckily I have some onboard cameras with some of them. So Green, Baller, Zola, Spees, and the rest of those guys that just pitted have about 27 to 30-ish laps of fuel left. So that's a 7-lap difference between Greathouse and Kowal. So basically subtract about 30 by 7. If I'm those guys, maybe a little bit less, but they're gonna have to pit here probably before like 55-ish.
Well, we're getting ready to see as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. Single file restart here from Michigan. Carl Berkeley Martinez goes around, and the caution comes back out for our 6th stoppage in action today. Dylan Godinez goes off the nose of someone's truck.
Yeah, I saw it coming. There was just a lot of stack up and a lot of separation on the single file. I saw Nathan De La Rosa a couple feet back. It looked like 74 looked like he jumped a little bit too soon, and then everybody just stacked up behind them. You're right there. Everyone's jumping and hitting each other. Here goes Godinez. Side door got a little bit of damage in that as well. A lot of drivers are frustrated on the radio right now with the call to go to single file, Emerson, as you would imagine.
Oh, part of that is they cannot lay back on the restarts, and that has got to be enforced.
Yeah, there was a lot of laying back. There was a lot.
That's a no-no.
Like, just in front of Slider, I believe, was the Rosa. He was really far back. And then Godinez here. See, everyone just starts stacking. And nowhere for him to go to long, but nose damage probably in that one. That's just something that has to be enforced if we're going to do this. Like, I understand risk control's perspective of trying to calm down the cautions, but we also have to enforce the separation between the pack.
That is true. Carl Burke leading the field here on our 6th caution period of the day. Paul McKinney, Greathouse. I mean, nothing changed. So we're gonna let the partners here at SRN do the talking. Go anywhere.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original eSport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome, race fans, back to virtual Brooklyn, Michigan, and the Michigan International Speedway. We're working lap 38 of 100 to restart, coming at lap 39 for our 6th caution period of the day. As the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane, the field is in the hands of the 53 of Carl Burke, and green flag back in the air. Three wide for the race lead as Burke is cleared by Greathouse. Four wide for the race lead.
Daniel Bowler on the fresh tires trying to take advantage of those 4 fresh Goodyears, trying to go 4 wide bottom. He's going to get him.
He got him. There was 4 different leaders in half a lap there.
Greyhouse looked like he had a clear just about. He had help from Bowler. Now they're getting antsy in the back. Those fresh guys are trying to get through.
Yeah, Bab nearly spun somebody off his nose. Not intentionally, just everyone sideways back here.
Oh, Matthew Greyhouse now trying to peek to the outside of Bowler for the lead, but Dalton McKinney's trying to haul off on that bottom. Oh, busted
slider.
Oh, baby.
Man.
4 wide again. Here we go again. Sean De La Rosa, DeLong, all 4 wide. Oh, these guys are crazy.
Stuff.
And we got 3 wide almost with Carl Burke, Jason Green, and Spees. Spees is going to take advantage of that through the middle. He's going to be up in the top 5 now. Move Kyle Spees. That's our point leader out there, M. We got 25 truck.
Oh, yeah, Kyle Spees. He had a great start to the season. Looking to reclaim some of that consistency here. Baldler doing a great job at playing the Pied Piper and holding both lanes up here. McKinney, big run now sideways. Zala peeks down to the inside. It's Greathouse up high. Zala down low. McKinney all by himself in the middle.
Yeah, Zala with help from his teammate Jason Green on that bottom lane. McKinney all by himself on those old tires. Logan Truitt just behind them.
Oh, Greathouse!
Looking to make a move.
Big dive down to the inside.
Man, Dustin Slider can't catch a break. Oh, man, Wally Babb and look, Sean Corcoran almost made contact down the back straightaway.
Speeds just absolutely changed lanes on the interstate right there in front of Jacob Zala.
This is the comparison between fresh tires and old tires. That 13 has the older tires and the 25 has the newer tires. Now it's all over the back of Greathouse. Now it's all looking to the inside trying to take that spot possibly, but Greathouse gonna shut the door. Now Speeds on the inside of Bowler for the lead.
Big run, Speeds drives it deep into turns 1 and 2. Still neck and neck as they come up out of the corner.
Bowler's gonna have the advantage in that top lane, having more momentum carried out the exit, but Speeds is doing everything he can to side draft him back to keep him just about neck and neck with him.
Speeds fighting this one back hard. Speeds drives it deep into 3 and 4. Kyle Speeds is clear to the race lead.
And now he's got to watch for the crossover, though. Bowler's going to have a decent run on the exit here. Can Bowler try to switch back and maybe try to get back on him? Here he goes, looking to the inside. He's going to try to power it down the entry here, try to get a little bit more on the exit, but Kyle Speeds with that top is just going to roll on that top lane and just try to keep neck and neck with him now. Basically, Baller's got to try to do what Speeds did before, side draft him back, and maybe try to send it again here in entry down to 3. Put a big shove in the back of Zola, 2. Kyle Speeds is going to help Speeds basically get the momentum off the entry into 3.
Zola getting involved, that would help Speeds a lot. Speeds clears back by Baldler, drives down to the apron. Speeds has got this lead. He's holding steady out in front. Baldler, Zola hounds behind.
Oh, now Baller's going to try to look back on the inside, but this might open the door for Zola to maybe take advantage of him on the top. He's got to be careful here. That hole's going to close up quick if he doesn't get it back behind Speeds. Speeds got a little bit tight, it looked like, off the exit there. But Baller's going to stay neck and neck with him down the back.
Jason Green right behind as well. Here's Baldler, a dive down to the inside. Speeds fights hard. Gets back to the throttle. Not enough, though. Baldler takes the lead back. New leader. Once again, the 2 truck. Here comes
now
Speeds.
Speeds trying again with the switchback.
Great stuff.
Oh, almost contact on the front straightaway. Baldler went for the side draft.
Speeds, a deep dive down into 1 and 2. Clears up in front of the 2 machine.
He's going to clear him, but is Baldler going to try the switchback again? Yes,
Here
he is.
Goes. Oh, man. Green, and then don't look too soon. Our pole sitter, Andrew Harris, is back in the mix. Now Baldler clears out in front of the 25, but don't look now. Here comes Jason Green. Sideways was the 25. They're all sideways.
Yeah, I was about to mention, I would be a little worried with how aggressive these 2 up here are pushing. You know, I know we're on new tires and all, but it's like you got to be careful how much tire you use.
Now Green wants a piece of the action.
Yeah, Green was just sitting back watching these guys. So was Zola. Zola away in the top lane. Might have a run here. Jason Green's going to get sideways. Wants to run this.
Speeds.
Oh, we got a spin in the back. Deep into the Rosa off the nose of belong.
Man, and we had a great battle going on for that race lead.
That was awesome.
That was fantastic.
It was a switchback after a switchback after another switchback.
Oh, net code. Oh, man. That one bites.
Oh, and bad rear end damage to the 66. So I'm going to mention this, Em. Remember how we had all those guys that stay out? What was it? Carl Burke, Matthew Grayhouse, Scott Kowal, all those guys.
They got to pit.
They have to pit here. I mean, you think. We're about at lap 50. Think about getting on a little bit fresher stuff than half these guys. I mean, Grayhouse, I will applaud, and Carl Burke did the best, saving a little bit of track position. Both are 6th and 7th. The next one would be Kowal in 10th. So they didn't do a bad job, you know, of hanging on with those old tires, but definitely better than where they were before. But now they're going to get some fresher stuff here. We're going to see if everybody likes to follow suit and come down for some 4 fresh Goodyears. And it looks like everybody's going to come with them.
Everyone's coming down. We're just shy of halfway here, Ed. Looks like it's feeding time. Oh, one person stays out. Spencer Brown.
That's going to be interesting. Trying to see when Spencer Brown last pitted. Let's see here.
It says 32 on my end.
I also have 32 as well. So he pitted on the stage.
Logan Truitt, Daniel Baldler, Kyle Spees, and more. McKinney, Godinez, Harris, Green, Zola, Greenhouse.
I think Logan Truitt took 2 tires.
He did. He did. Yes, he did.
Interesting.
So, out in front here we have 16 lap old tires, 16 lap old left side tires, 4 tires, 4 tires, and 4 tires for the next 3. Then 2 tires on McKinney and Godinez. and 4 tires the rest of the way down. And damage repair for those named Scott Kalal, Michael Sidor, Ben Morrow, Jeffrey Radke, Nathan De La Rosa.
Now, I'm going to pull it out on a sore limb here, Em. So Logan Truett, as we both know, took 2 tires. I feel like a lot of people are going to pay attention to him on this restart, and if we go green here for a while to see how he holds up on 2, and maybe think about this call later on if we say get a caution with like 10 or so less laps to go. I mean, you think he's the guinea pig in this situation, right? But I mean, this can actually show a little bit to some drivers that 2 tires can actually work. I'm just going to be interested to see how he fires off and if he can hold steady with the 4 tires. Because we've seen 4 tires are overpowering crazy numbers. Like, we saw 4 or 5 drivers stay out on all tires, and that little bit of a difference with the newer tires took advantage of those guys. It was just like a standstill.
I 100% agree, Ed. We'll see how both Spencer Brown and Logan Truett hold up on this restart. We'll see if those are viable strategy options in the future. He's not the only guinea pig, though. We have McKinney. We have Godinez also trying this out up inside the top 10.
I mean, you saw what it did for those guys on that when we got to that stage caution. Those guys staying out, they gained a heck ton of track position. And they were able to maintain it, too. So, I mean, Greyhouse in 10th. You know, you got all that, basically. McKinney's going to try it. We'll see where everybody lines up here. But everyone's just about on even playing field now, so we'll see how their trucks compare to everybody else on 4 fresh tires.
Now, one thing is, we've seen these trucks loose already a lot today, Ed. That could make it looser. We'll see how it plays out. It's our 7th caution period of the day. Wrapping up, here's the iRacing.com safety vehicle. Finds its safety down the pit lane. For the first time this season, it is the 71 of Spencer Brown leading us back to the green here from Michigan. Spencer Brown falls all the way back to 5th. They're going 3 and 4 wide behind as Daniel Baldler takes the lead again.
Yeah, I was worried for Spencer Brown there. He almost got up into those marbles, Emerson. You know how bad it is up there when you're in the slick stuff that you don't want to be in. I mean, he's still up there. I mean, you see Godinez up there in the marbles as well, 4 wide. Bet off the exit of the corner. This might cause a chaos.
Battle here. This is Green and Truett going at it.
It doesn't look like Truett's firing off that great. He didn't have the best restart, but we'll see how it pays off here. Oh, he gets really, really loose up there in the
Brown
exit.
in the wall.
That's a Brown in the wall as well.
Wide.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe we even made that work.
Oh my goodness. The fact that I had to say that.
Did not think we would say that once today, I'll be honest.
Back up front, it's Baldler, Spees, Harris, Green, Zola to top 5.
All 5 of these guys have a chance to win, Emerson, in my opinion. All 5 of these guys have really good trucks.
I agree. And it's looking like the 2 tires and company not so much playing out well here.
No, I've been watching Truett. He's just about back end sideways every entry, just about. He's not having a great handling truck right now. He's even falling back even more and more. He's just got passed by Corcoran. Now Sean Long's on the inside with Gerwitz. Everybody's going by. It was worth a gamble, but I don't think we'll see that later.
Right now, these 5 trucks kind of all under a blanket. Nobody really making any dire moves. Moving back here, this is DeLong and Corcoran for the 10th position.
Yeah, how about Connor Cunningham up in 8th?
Good for him, man. Good run.
Yeah, somebody
Something
we
for Dan.
usually see do pretty well at these big ovals, too. I mean, we've seen him do pretty well at Auto Club, and then he got into it a little bit in a wreck or so. Now on the inside of Wally Babb here. trying to get the 7th spot.
Big run for Green. Green up to the inside of the 25.
Hey, Green with a good run right there. Oh, it's going to get a little close. We both saw it just about. We both knew it was going to get close.
He washed right up the track, and you knew it was almost bad.
Oh, that dirty air can play such a big factor. You do not want to get in that
stuff. The inside of the 2.
Okay, maybe it did work, man. He tries to send it for the lead.
Jason Green is clear to the race lead.
Hey, Kyle Speeds and Harris are going to try to follow suit. This is going to put Daniel Baller, as we would say, in the super speedway in the sucker hole just about.
Speeds to second. Speeds to the
maybe
outside
even the
of the
first.
race lead.
Hey, don't you just love Michigan, Emerson? I mean, just to produce this kind of stuff.
These trucks are putting on the show, that's for sure. Speeds around the outside. He's got the advantage. Here comes Andrew Harris, our pole sitter.
And Connor Cunningham in the back trying to make a move on Jacob Zola. Not going to work now. Almost 3 wide. Oh, Great House loose. Spinning off the nose of Sliders. He's saving Sliders around.
Dustin Slider into the middle of the field. Big hits there. Corcoran, who was having a great run.
Sean Long
in trouble. Sean Long in trouble. And the caution comes out. Logan Truitt off the course.
I saw Matthew Greyhouse have a moment just off of turn 4, and I knew it was going to be chaos. Slider was just all over the back bumper, could not get off of him, and it just went chaotic from there.
The one I really feel for is that 74, man. I mean, you can tell this is going to be a career day for Sean Corcoran. And it's all for naught very, very, very quickly here. Let's go back and see what happened.
So watch that black truck right there on the top of that 99. You're going to see Matthew Greyhouse trying to run the top on Wally Babb. Just gets a little bit loose. Nowhere to go for Slider. He's going to get collected. Nowhere to go for Corcoran. Sean Long involved in that. I think that was the 4 there too. It was Zachary Hines that got a piece of damage in that. You see Logan Truitt get it away from that crack key. There's just nowhere to go for the 15 truck once Greyhouse got loose. That's how chaotic this can be. It's just one little bobble like that. You see right there, it has his left just pinned on that seam. Might just get a little bit too loose, and then Slider's just a collateral in this, just running the same line as Greyhouse. Nowhere to go. See Sean, it looked like he was trying to go as low as possible. Just any little bit lower might have helped him, but just got clipped at the wrong place at the wrong time.
And Sean on Sean violence there.
Sean with a decent hit to that outside wall. Zachary Hines, oh, he got a nice decent look to that right front.
Oh
man, what was that? Carl Burke?
Yeah, Burke and DeLong somehow both avoid getting really torn up in that. First real big wreck of the day.
Yeah, we can honestly say that was a decent big one right there. Still got a lot of good trucks too. Dustin Slider was running top 10 most of this run. Greyhouse just got up here in the top 10 as well. And like you said, Corcoran's about to have a career finish.
Sean Corcoran is having a great day, man. That one, I feel so much for Sean Corcoran. And right on board here with Dustin Slider.
You see here, just in the dirty wake of Greyhouse, you see Greyhouse just gets a little too loose and then nowhere for Slider to go. Pretty decent hits too.
Well, we are on the 1 to green. Andrew Harris is your race leader. The 87 qualified on the pole for today's race, Ed. He was given a EOL penalty at the initial start of this race. He had to fight and claw his way through 8 yellows in the entire Glytch Truck Series field. And he is back out in front through 58 laps.
Man, how about that 55 truck too? Jason Green having a pretty solid day too.
Run for the 55, yeah. Trying to string it together here before the playoffs. Baldler, Zala, Cunningham, Bab, Gerwitz, Greathouse. Somehow Sean Corcoran is still running up inside the top 10. It's not over for that 74, Ven.
Gain anything you can with that 74 at this point. Anything can happen.
Well, here we go. The iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. The 8th stoppage in action wrapping up. The field is in the hands of Andrew Harris. Green flag back in the air. "23 trucks still on the lead lap, and Daniel Balder leads them all. 40 laps to go. Green second, now Harris as they battle it out for a second. Zala fourth, Cunningham fifth. Gerwitz, Babb, Greathouse, DeLong, and Burke.
Yeah, I'm looking behind this top 10 too, Emerson. We about had 4 wide down the front straightaway just for 10th place. All these guys back here, Kyle Speeds, Logan Truitt, Carl Burke, everybody back here fighting for this 10th spot. I didn't think they were going to make it off of turn 4. Everyone's fighting so hard for it. Oh, Carl Burke in a moment.
Moved out of the way. Oh, man. Good stuff up front as well. Balders.
Jason Green, I like what I see from this Jason Green truck. Yeah. He's been really, really consistent, running decent lap times. Oh, Andrew Harris.
Zala and Harris get together. Gerwitz trying to shove the 35.
Look at a little bit of a bad nudge.
Does Green have anything for Baldler?
He's going to try to bomb, see if he can make this work, but Baller's been really good on that top side all day. Carl's going to try to, or Jason Green's going to try to take the bottom lane and try to get away from the side draft if possible, but it looks like Baller's not going to have anything to do with it. I think Green might have got him there at the line just by a little bit for that lap, but now Jason Green's going to send it in there and take control, it looks like. We'll see if Baller tries to switch back like he had before.
Jason Green clears to the race lead. Baldler now files in behind Harris. Zala, Gerwitz, the top 5. Now Gerwitz wants a piece of the action.
And Green had such a good turns 1 and 2, Emerson, that he had a decent enough gap to where Baldler didn't even have a chance to even try to switch back on him.
Oh, Zala, Gerwitz nearly get together. Now here comes Truitt.
Oh!
Green down to the apron. He brings some friends with him.
For IndyCarring at Michigan. Oh, man, 3 wide back here for 5th. Connor Cunningham, Wally Babb, Logan Truitt.
We're all packed up. We got a truck in the wall back there. Carl Burke's going around.
Looks like Jason Cracky as well.
I saw most of that live, but it looks like Green and Cracky came together. Let's see here, Green, big run. And
it looks like Cracky
that
just
one's Cracky
came off the wall.
Down. Gets side door as well. Good catch from the 86.
Side door, good. Yeah, really good catch. Way to save it.
Working our 9th caution period of the day. The pit lane is open. And Green, Baldler, Harris, they all stay out amongst the top 5 or so. Like everyone stays out up till Sean Corcoran. We're going to take a step aside here. A quick message from our partners back here at Speed Racing Network.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Michigan International Speedway here in virtual Brooklyn, Michigan. Michigan International Speedway, it's been privy to some great racing action. As you see them there, the field working their way down the back straightaway. Jason Green, Daniel Baldler, the front row. 9 cautions to this point. The leaders, Green, Baldler, Harris, company, have all been providing us with some great racing action. That's what we keep our eyes looking forward to as we enter the final third of this race. Restart coming with 33 laps to go. Green, Baldler, Harris, Zala, Cunningham, Truitt, Babb, McKinney, Gerwitz, and Spees the top 10. And as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down in the pit lane, the field is in the hands of the 55 of Jason Green. And racing resumes from the Great Lakes State. Whoa. That might have to be checked there, and I'm not sure if you're allowed to change lanes before the start-finish line.
And that was pretty close from Green, I will say.
So we'll see. But
I haven't heard nothing from race control yet. So
I believe Amir is our race controller tonight. We'll see if he deems that one.
And I've just received word the 55 is being black flagged for changing lanes on the restart.
Oh, there we go. The 55 is being posted. And so it took so much work to get past the 2 Daniel Baldler now. Jason Green. Just a slight miscue. I mean, and it happens, Ed. I'm sure, you know, you've definitely thought about it, you know, leading the race on a restart and, you know, thinking I'm going to clear up. Oh, contact body.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Connor Cunningham and Dalton McKinney.
Oh, yeah. My goodness.
Rubbing fenders. We're getting aggressive.
Getting a little touchy-touchy. Jason Green staying out, slipping and sliding that thing.
Oh boy. I don't know how much longer race control is going to allow him to do that.
Oh, that's one lap after the black flag was issued, so he's got 2 more attempts.
Baller's going to take control of this one. Andrew Harris following in suit. Oh boy, I'm watching this behind. We got Truett, Zola. I don't like what I see out of this. They got a little too tight. I don't know how Jason Green's going to get the pit road now. He's on the top lane.
Yeah, Green's in some trouble here. He's got to get down to the bottom side by this time next lap, or I don't know what race control's going to do. They might stop scoring him here.
They're probably going to stop scoring him now, I would imagine.
I think he's got one more time around, but he's on the top 3 and nearly 4 wide on top.
He just got it cleared, actually. He just asked race control to clear it, so that'll be something they review post-race. I would imagine there will be a post-race penalty for that 55.
Oh,
I don't know how he's going to appeal that.
Yeah, that one's going to be tough, but we race on then. Baldler and Green. Green down to the inside. Can he stick it?
Man, one truck I'm paying attention to
Whoa!
is... He got sideways.
Yeah, I did.
Dylan Godinez has been marching through this field. I don't know if he's on fresher stuff or not, but he was behind Aaron Gerwitz into this top 10.
Yep,
and we've seen him in multiple wrecks. He's been working this top side, like almost near the marbles almost on this wall.
Here comes Godinez, big head of steam coming up to Gerwitz here. 3 wide here off the corner. Truett. It's like there with Green, and here we go. We're all packing up here.
And it looks like everything's starting to calm down a little bit. Just 2 by 2. We see a little bit 3 wide back there. I think it was good. Not Godinez. Is Wally Bad, DeLong.
Comes Zala. Big run. Zala down to the inside.
Try to take it.
Yeah, challenging for the lead.
I'm surprised Truett didn't go with him. Being an affiliate teammate. Oh, now he will.
We go.
Now they're both going to go. Oh my goodness, Truett with the send.
Truett, big send. Zala tries to slide up. Zala leads for 1 corner because Logan Truett snipes the lead away. Oh my goodness.
It's like Chris Kyle right there. He just went right through the middle.
Oh my goodness. He went up there and took it.
Yeah. Oh, DeLong sideways. He's going to save it.
Good save from Austin DeLong. We stay green. Now Baldler back to 3rd. We saw Baldler a couple times get back here in traffic, Ed, but not too many times. So we don't really know how this 2-truck responds to dirty air.
No, not really. And I don't think he's really worried about it, really. Oh, McKinney almost with a big moment there off of 3. Or off
Big
of 2.
run on Zala.
Godinez and Green are going to try to take advantage of him now.
Here we go. 3 wide. Yep.
How about doing Godinez?
Good run, man. Trying to really stitch it together, man.
Oh, my.
Oh.
As soon as they mentioned it, we kind of almost jinxed it. Oh, man.
What I'm trying to say is...
Oh, yellow. We have a yellow.
Caution on the speedway. Spencer Brown in trouble. Spencer Brown was just leading this race 20 laps ago. Spencer right now finds himself sideways on the racetrack.
This is an interesting one. Looks like he's having a moment here.
All by himself sideways.
Saves it. Trying to gather it back up still. Saves it. Now he's going almost up into the fence and then just loops it. Not a fan of that yellow, but I know we have iRacing yellows.
Yeah, that one was on iRacing's part.
Yeah.
They just detected the car sideways in front of traffic.
Still not a fan of that one because like we go to other tracks and they don't throw it, but it's just like
yeah, I mean it's
to say the
intriguing.
least.
Here we go. Now we're in the fuel window here. If you pit now, you can make it to the end. So I imagine we're gonna get a lot of them coming down here.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. This might be the money stop here. This might be the stop that
I think so.
Give somebody maybe track position or shows who might have the best truck. It's about right in that window.
Yeah, now you can make it to the end. If you don't come down now, I don't know what fuel tank you have. But
Let's
pit
see
road
here.
is open. It is feeding time. The Truck Series field. Here they come.
Daniel Baller? Nope, I thought he was going to stay out. It looked like it. Everybody's coming. I don't see nothing yet.
I don't think a soul should stay out here.
No, we have full service down pit road. It is clearly Thanksgiving feeding time. Oh, we see Spencer Brown back there.
One truck, yeah. Don't really know
Feeding
about
time,
that.
and all the piggies are into their boxes getting their feels.
Yep. Down away some trucks go. Here we go. Race
Oh,
off pit
boy.
lane. It's going to be Sidor winning the race off pit road. Godina is second. Zala, Morrow, Truitt. Looks like then McKenny, Baldler, Green, and Harris. Kyle Spees, the first 10 off pit lane. What in the world just happened?
So, I know from looking at times, these first couple definitely took 2.
I don't know. Sidor even took 2. Sidor might have just taken a splash.
Right, but it took fuel only.
So Michael Sidor has a 5.8 second pit stop.
Yeah, that's fuel only.
Oh my goodness. And we just
Jacob
saw
Zola was 10.
we just saw Spencer Brown spin, and he's gonna lead this thing to the green.
Oh my.
He's on those same tires.
Persona 4, I believe, is Logan True. I don't know if you have it on your end, then. Time.
Yeah,
That's what I've got
Truitt is
for
my
me.
first guess on 4. Zala has an 11-second stop. Not sure how he got 11.
Zola I know was 2. McKinney, I don't know.
I would look for
I'm
Truitt,
imagining
McKenny,
I would
Baldler.
imagine. Yeah, I would imagine everybody behind True
Oh.
would be 4.
And get ready for this, man. This is, I mean, we saw just how crazy the restart was with only a couple drivers taking 2 tires. Now we have a whole handful. We have a couple on old tires. Don't forget how loose these things get on 4 fresh tires. No, not even mentioning 2 tires. So, I mean, we have the first 5 or 6 that could be in trouble here for this restart.
And if I'm somebody like Truitt, McKinney, Green, Baldler, I'm maybe trying to just take care of it at this rate. You know you're going to have a lot of carnage up in front of you. Truitt,
yeah.
I would not be surprised if he pulled that same move he did on both Baldler and Zola. Maybe try the middle lane.
That was amazing.
But, I mean, you want to keep defenders on it too at the same thing. You still got 23 laps to go, and 23 laps around this place at 2 miles is a lot. So, we'll see what happens. But I definitely would not be surprised seeing how Logan Truitt was on those 2 tires before. If some of these guys on the front, even Spencer Brown, go backwards in a hurry.
We shall see. It is our 10th caution period of the day, Ed. Something tells me we're not done.
I'll put $5 on it.
I wouldn't bet against it. Say that much. The iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety down the pit lane. The field is in the hands of, for the second time this season, Spencer Brown. Michael Sidor out there second. Godina Zala Morrow. Green flag back in the air, racing from Michigan.
And a great start, Spencer Brown.
Sideways is Ben Morrow. Good catch on the bottom side of the racetrack.
And how about Daniel Baller? It only took him about 2
Oh
corners
my
to get to the lead.
goodness.
It took 2 corners to get to the lead. I saw him go about 4 wide middle, just about to get to the lead, and it did not do anything in a drastic hurry. Spencer Brown has his hands full with that truck on those old tires, and we got Truitt and Zola trying to get through here now. Dalton McKinney's now the second fastest on those fresher tires. Oh, we got 4 wide in the back, too. Oh boy, Ben Morrow. Oh, boy.
Getting pretty tight up here. Oh,
who's that? Connor Cunningham?
De La Rosa in trouble.
I saw Connor Cunningham almost on the apron there. I don't know what happened there.
So far, smooth sailing. It's Sidor and Harris for third. Big run here, Godinez. Falling back to 9th now. Gerwitz up there to 6th, looking for 5th on Sidor.
Oh, Speed's up here now in the mix too as well.
He's trying to clear. Bees does clear.
Aaron Gerwitz also looking to follow suit. Looks like he's still going to get clear just
Oh.
barely.
Shuts the door.
I don't know if he was clear, but he made sure he was.
He was clear by his standards, and that's what matters. And McKinney sends it down into the inside. Dalton McKinney surging for the race lead here at Michigan and clear.
Oh boy, now here comes Baller with the cutback. He might try it. Now he's going to look to the inside. Gonna maybe try the side draft on the top lane. Yep, he's gonna try to side draft him back. Try to pull him back here a little bit. His Baller looks like he's gonna get clear just about going into turns 1, but will McKinney try it on the switchback? He's got enough of a gap to try it. Harris is just basically watching about a truck car right back.
Right here, big run, McKinney. McKinney's gonna send it here.
Oh my.
Big run. He's got it. There he goes. Side by side into turns 3 and 4. McKinney down low. Baldler up high. Sideways, the both of them as Baldler powers back quicker. Side by side down the front straightaway. Baldler's got the advantage. McKinney fights back. McKinney has to file back in line. Big run, Andrew Harris to the back of the 46.
Oh man, I was wondering where he was gonna go with that. It looks like he's just gonna go right to the back bumper of McKinney for that one. I would not be surprised if Harris tries to use McKinney here to try to get side by side with Baller so he can maybe take advantage and maybe take a 3-wide top.
We'll see here. Big run from McKinney. I think McKinney's got to set it up here out of 4. Not going to do so yet. Everyone has gravitated towards that top lane in the corners, though, as you saw. Everyone fighting for tire grip. And if you're loose, you go to the high side as well because you turn the wheel less up on that high side. Look at McKinney fighting to get to Baldler's outside. Now, sideways, trying to cut down to the inside. Everyone's loose.
Everybody's sideways.
Oh, baby, slipping and sliding. Spees holds on to it.
Oh man, here comes Truitt now too. Everyone trying to bottom. Daniel Baller's loving this behind him. Oh, I don't know about that one though, because Jason Green looks like he's gonna get clear.
Big run for the 55. Cleared by the 46.
Oh, now he's gonna try to lead going into turn 1.
8 trucks under a blanket here at Michigan. Daniel Baller trying to lead them all.
Kyle Spees tried under McKinney for 3rd. Andrew Harris looks like he's gonna try to take 4th away. These whole top 10 trucks basically just pulled away from each other.
Still not at the inside is Jason Green. Can he get the pass cleared here? Baller fighting back very well on the outside. Green leads at the stripe. Now little help. He's got Spees and Gerwitz. Now up ahead is Green. Big run. Jason Green is clear to the race lead.
And Baller's not going to be able to have a chance. Baller's not going to have a chance to get the switchback because he had Kyle Spees for a moment just on his inside, but he might be able to here. See what he does with it.
Baller now trying to set it up. 2/10 cleared is Green. Here comes Spees. Jason Green's got it for now. Big run, Baldler. Where's he gonna go? He'll stay.
Yeah, you gotta stay top. Hey, look at Jason Green.
He is sending
at the bottom.
Continue to open that gap back to the 2 machine.
My biggest worry for Green, though, working that bottom as aggressive as he is, how much of the tire killing is he putting on those right sides?
Absolutely, Ed. This is still a lot of racing to go. 14 laps to go. That's 28 miles. That is a
Everybody running
lot.
this top. Everybody running this top basically is just preserving their stuff. I mean, that top's going to preserve it a little bit. I know some people out there would think it's different, but here at Michigan, the trucks, you're using a lot less wheel running that top lane than you are that bottom. That bottom, you're taking that wheel and basically cranking it about almost 90 degrees to get it pointed to that bottom.
Absolutely. And with these trucks being so loose today, if you go to the top, you turn that wheel less. You also do less counter steering. And so all of that combined is going to save you some tire. And
These first 3 trucks, and I mean, these guys have just pulled away about a couple tenths from McKinney and them in the back.
nearly half a second clear. Spees over McKinney.
Oh man, Harris went for a send on McKinney there. I don't think McKinney was ready for it.
Battling here for that 4th position. Big run for Harris. Harris side by side. He's going to send it. Can he make it stick? Gerwitz, look at how sideways that 9 truck is.
Yeah, this is about the part of the run where these guys are going to start getting a little bit sideways. And then McKinney tight on Harris's door.
Speed's tight on Baldler's rear end. Oh, green! Sideways there out of turn 2. Here comes Daniel Baldler.
This might be Bowler's only chance. He's got to take advantage of it now. Looks like Speeds is going to go with him.
I think you're right, Ed. I think green pushing hurt those tires. Now Baldler sideways. Speed is sideways. They're all sideways. Oh my goodness.
Everybody's starting to get in desperation mode.
Everyone pushing the throttle down a little earlier and earlier every time they leave the corner, every time the lap count dwindles. Oh my goodness.
I think Bowler's in the catbird seat here, Em. I think all he has to do now is just basically look out that rearview mirror and just watch what the 55 and the 25 both do.
Here we go. Once again, Jason Green sends it.
Green's been good on this bottom most of the day today, we've seen. Let's see if he's able to do anything with it. Bowler's going to stick it right on the outside. He's not going to let Green get up there. Bowler side drafting, trying to do everything he can to pull this 55 back. It looks like Green's even trying it too.
Yeah, he fights
Shoving
back.
Bowler almost all the way in the fence.
Side by side into one. Neither one wants to give. 9 laps to go. Green, Baldler, the names continue to flip on the pylon.
And everybody behind him is just like, what am I supposed to do? I can't go anywhere. Speeds is trying everything he can to do anything, and now he's trying to the outside of Jason Green. This might not be a good idea for Jason Green, and this might be where he goes backwards, because all I see is a train of McKinney and Harris all trying to get by too. Baldler's going to try tight on his door, though.
Baldler fighting back hard. Green fighting hard to the inside. Speed's big run. McKinney has joined the fray. The top 5 within a quarter second.
Jason Green with a hard charge on the bottom. This is all Daniel Baldler wants to see in his rearview mirror right now. He just wants to see these two fighting and him just pulling away little by little with 8 laps to go.
Speed's trying to shut the door. Not clear yet. Speeds, he feels like he's got the stuff to get at Daniel Baldler. He just hasn't gotten the clear flag yet.
He also needs the clean air too, Emerson. I mean, he's just stuck behind the dirty wake of this 2 truck.
But he's still boxed in with the 55. He can't get out from behind.
Would not be surprised to see Kyle Speeds maybe try something different here once he gets clear Jason Green, like right now.
Oh, here we go.
I would not be surprised to see Speeds either go to the bottom or try a lane higher on the top. He's got to try something different.
Speeds runs behind the 2 machine into turn 3, 7 laps to go. Speeds gonna generate a run. Caution! Dylan Godina is in trouble. I think it took a little longer than both of us expected, Ed, but there's that yellow.
Yeah. Now, this is going to be interesting. It's going to make all the decisions worth it here in the end, possibly.
Here we go. Godinez racing with Zala. No longer racing with Zala.
Now racing with the inside safer barrier.
On board with Jacob Zala.
Looks like went for a side draft, and it looks like he just meets his left rear quarter panel.
A little too quickly trying to get in behind there. A little misjudgment.
Let's see, we got some trucks pulling up Pear Road. We got the 86, I believe.
Sidor, Zala.
Yep.
Cunningham, Morrow definitely needed it. Greathouse, Kratky, Hines, Burke, Godinez.
Sidor being the first was about 13th, 12th-ish.
Well,
nobody inside the top 10 came to pit.
No one inside the top 10. But you got to think here. This restart ad is going to come with 3 to go.
We see how important those fresh tires are, though, and that's what surprises me a little bit, because, I mean, like we saw, Daniel Bowler went from, what, 9th to 1st in 2 corners.
That's true. That is very true. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, depending on how aggressive of a driver you are, I know Bowler, he was very aggressive of a driver, and, I mean, I don't know, I just don't think it's going to be, you know, a debate on whether to get 4 or 2 here, and I think Jacob Zola's the first one off pit road. I'm not sure if he took 4 or 2 though. Then we got Sidor, Ben Morrow.
Zola took 4.
Okay, so Zola's gonna be the first one off 4. See how aggressive he plays on this restart. I'll definitely keep my eye on him. I'm definitely gonna watch to see what he does. Him and both Sidor. Both people actually that
I like Morrow.
are desperate. Yeah, I like Morrow too. Morrow, we've seen how aggressive he is.
Especially since, I mean, remember how we went about Radke's week, how he got the win, then got it rescinded, or got the win taken, then got the penalty rescinded, so he kept the win. The other end of that is Ben Morrow. Ben Morrow dominated at IRP, Ed, lost that race on track, gets the win during the week, and then the win is taken back away from him. I mean, that's got to be very frustrating.
I mean, you just gotta think. I mean, you gotta be the right place, right place, right time in this situation. So,
well, Morrow, what I'm saying is he's got fresh tires, and he's got some. he wants to make up for last week.
Yeah, he's got about 15 trucks to pass if he's gonna make that happen.
Yeah, he's got Zala to follow through too, though.
Yeah, but it's like we mentioned, you know, like we mentioned, Bowler made it what 9th to 1st, 10th to 1st, whatever it was. 2 corners. He just made that bottom lane work basically. Once he got to that start finish line, he cranked that thing all the way to the bottom. But on this end of the field, Bolzano and Ben Morrow are on the top side. So we're gonna crank it all the way to the wall or try to clear it.
This restart will come at lap 98. 3 laps to go for the restart. It is it is Daniel Bowler, Kyle Spees, Andrew Harris, Jason Green, Dalton McKinney, Aaron Gerwitz, Wally Babb, Logan Truitt, Austin DeLong, Sean Corcoran, Jeffrey Radke, Nathan De La Rosa, Jacob Zala, Michael Sidor, Ben Morrow, Connor Cunningham, Jason Kratky, and Zachary Hines, the top 20 as the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. Racing resumes from Michigan. 3 laps to go. Look at this pack.
Oh, the
Lord,
tires,
just
they're
onto the
wrecking.
wall. Oh my goodness,
Then
Morrow
Morrow,
in
Zola.
trouble. And Zola. And the caution comes back out. We're going overtime. Oh my goodness, and Nathan De La Rosa just gets loose, and Zola and Morrow pay for it. Look at this, we're almost 5 wide back here. They've got the ambition to nearly go 5 wide. And contact maybe between Zola and De La Rosa.
Yeah, I just don't. Zola had the right idea, in my opinion. You know, go to the lane where the old tires aren't. I think De La Rosa just didn't have an idea what lane he wanted to protect. Basically, he was almost protecting both lanes at once. So it was a little bit of a tough situation there.
And it's a lot. Ed, I don't know how often you've been in those positions where you're in the middle of the field, hanging on for dear life.
A lot, a lot. It's tough. It's like saying, somebody with motor damage basically going against somebody with a faster motor. It's like a Rick Ware motor going against a Hendrick Motorsports motor in that situation.
I mean, just look,
the guy that's down like multiple.
Wide.
Yeah, and you can see the speed difference. Look at Zola. He has a massive speed difference compared to these guys. And it's just difficult for whichever lane he wanted to go. It's just tough.
Oh, yeah.
And also the 89 of DeLong, it was hard, him also being on decent tires, pinching a little bit too. So, I mean, that's just a tough situation for people on tires.
Right on board with Ben Morrow. You watch Zola right in front on the left side there.
Morrow's just going to stay behind Racky here. He sees all the carnage in front of him and just nowhere to go.
On board with Jacob. He was going for a hole, and it was kind of open and kind of closing, and just nobody really committed to anything there.
No, and that's just, like you mentioned, commitment to something that's closing and hoping it stays open, but it closes in the end. It's just tough. It's like a 50-50 decision. You either take it and you're happy with it, or you take it and you ended up dying.
And
I think it's a 50-50.
For the fault of that, I think it's 50-50 on both of them. Man, that's a lot, man. But what else is a lot is the lap count. Right here, Ed. This is the completion of lap 100. See, the race is not over. We're going overtime. And typically overtime in stock car oval racing is called a green-white checkered, and the reason is because it is simply a green-white checkered process. We'll double them up. We got 3 attempts at it. Pace car will enter the pit lane. We'll give it a green flag. We get a caution. We'll receive a white flag. We'll re-rack them, restack them, do it again. If we get to the white flag at that point, next flag, whether it is caution or checkered, will conclude the event. So that is green, then white, then checkered. For the 12th caution period of the day. And the ensuing restart. Daniel Baldler, Andrew Harris, Kyle Spees, Jason Green, Dalton McKinney, Aaron Gerwitz, Scott Claw, Wally Babb, Logan Truitt, Connor Cunningham. After that, Sidor De La Rosa, Radke, Hines, Corcoran, Greathouse, Long, Karatke, Brown, and Godinez. And so,
Who you picking, Em? Real quick, who you picking? I'm taking Bowler.
I like Spees. The iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane to feed us in the hands of Daniel Baldler. Overtime racing from the Great Lakes State. Trucks down the inside. De La Rosa and Hines down the inside.
We stay green.
We stay green. It's
Connor
Baldler.
Cunningham.
Skis. Big move.
Going 3 wide on Scott Kalal.
Big run here for the 25 of Kyle Spees. As they come off of turn 4, they got to get to the white.
Watch Connor Cunningham. He's one of those guys that first tires him.
Big run for the
Yellow
7. Here he
flag.
comes. One lap to caution. We did not take the white.
Oh man, that had to have been feet from being able to get to the white.
Like Spencer Brown, the one in trouble here. Sideways, sideways, sideways. In the Kratky's lap. And they go around. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
We had 2 incidents on this race. So we also had the initial incident with Hines and De La Rosa.
Yeah, that one went off the track. That one did not bring out a yellow.
See what happened. Hines and De La Rosa here. Hines down to the inside and Great House just turns De La Rosa into Hines.
As a teammate turning a teammate, I believe.
Yeah, not great there.
That's not going to be a good team meeting next week.
And then here, right on border, Jason Kratky. This just kind of all unfolds right here in front of him. And left side, Spencer Brown is sideways, sideways, trucking the lap.
So Emerson, I'm going to bring this up to you, my friend. As we watch the replay here of how close Balder was, I mean, Balder's got to be so furious with how close he was to hitting this white flag. I mean, right
There. Oh my
there.
goodness.
There's the yellow.
Oh, pain. That is pain. Go for it, Ed.
So I'm going to ask you this. Connor Cunningham in the 7 truck this week, in replacement of Daniel Park.
Yeah.
Started 10th on that restart.
Yeah.
Was one of those guys that came down with Jacob Zola and all that for fresh tires. He's up to 5th. Do you think Connor Cunningham has it in him to go get this win right now?
He's got a chance. Does he have like a cojones to get up there and take it from Baldler? That remains to be seen.
It would be probably one of my favorite, because you know me, I'm really good friends with Connor, and I love seeing him succeed in this, and you know, it would be awesome to see him win. But I mean, what a call! I mean, you see, I've had him on my box a number of times, even when I was running SRN and such. He was a good crew chief for me. He loves pulling those types of calls to where you have the fresher stuff compared to everybody. So it would be awesome to see him pull that strategy off and possibly get the win. That would be amazing. But I don't know. It would be interesting because, you know, that caution did help him, but I'd still like what I see from Baller. He just takes really good control of this field once he gets going. It's just tough.
It is going to be tough. And don't forget, this is our 2nd attempt at overtime. We get that at 3rd attempt. Last week, you were in that Richmond race last weekend. We never saw the end of that 3rd attempt.
Nope, we did not. And that's one I would definitely like to. That is definitely one I would like to forget as well.
Yeah, you got caught up in.
That one of my best. Yeah, the strategy just did not play in my favor. It was tough.
But here we go. As for Connor, I can only think of that the A truck race. He finished second to Gabriel Ellison. The closest he's been to a victory as far as I know. But a good chance here in our 13th caution and the restart. Second overtime, double overtime here from Michigan. As the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane, the field is in the hands of Daniel Baldler. Green flag back in the air, double overtime from Michigan.
Kyle Speeds with not a great start there. Andrew Harris looks like he's going to flirt just about with the corner panel. What can Connor Cunningham do behind Harris?
They're getting tight here for second.
Really tight. Here comes Connor.
Harris clears. Truck sideways behind. Babb nearly into the wall. Speeds pushing Harris. Big jump. Big run for this 87. Here comes Connor down to the inside.
Look at Connor with the first tires. He's clear.
Cunningham takes the lead. 1 lap to go from Michigan. Can he get to the whites?
What can Bolo or Harris or Speeds do? This 7's just on fresher rubber than these guys. What can they do with this older stuff?
They have only the chance to send it here into turn 3, but Connor is driving away.
Driving away, and Bowler, Harris, and Speeds are just holding up everybody.
Truitt, sideways, hard in the wall behind.
3 wide for 6 back there with Greyhouse, Green, and McKinney.
And through turns 3 and 4, Connor Cunningham, for the first time in his Speed Racing Network career, is going to come off of turn 4 and win here at Michigan.
What a call. Let's go, Connor. Oh,
awesome
man.
job from the 7 of Connor Cunningham. How about Michael Seidor with
Michael
the second
Seidor at the
finish?
line.
Oh my goodness, 3 100ths over Daniel Baldler. Oh my goodness. And Connor Cunningham is tonight's driver, sitting in Glytch Truck Series victory lane.
Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, as they wreck behind them.
Oh, man. I am so happy for Connor. Oh, my. Spencer Brown.
Great drive. Spencer Brown spinning for the 3rd time today. Definitely not a fan favorite amongst the rest of the field as this race. But Connor Cunningham tames the field and takes the victory here in Michigan amidst a whole bunch of carnage. Cunningham with reason to celebrate.
I'll let the record note, I did not teach Connor how to do burnouts. I don't want that to go on my record.
There's only one way to get better at them, and it's to start doing this, winning.
First career win in SRN. And not a bad place to do it either. This kind of fits Connor's playstyle too, especially with the super speedway type of feel.
Oh, that engine's getting cooked.
I don't think they need that anytime soon where they're going. They can get a new one for Talladega.
Oh, no, oh, there's nothing left.
There it goes. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Oh, there it goes. Yep.
That'll do it. Oh my goodness. Driver of the number 7, Connor Cunningham, taking victory here in Michigan, and we await him to jump into the interview waiting room. I mean, what a job. I mean, as you said, a brilliant call to pit on lap 96 for those fresh tires. And you know, Ed, I usually actually end up doing the winner's interview, Ed, as the lead commentator would kind of do. But I'll let you handle this one, Ed, if you so wish.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. Let's head down there.
So,
We have race winner driver of the number 7, Connor Cunningham, standing by with Ed Shearer. Ed, go for it.
Connor, buddy, I am so happy for you. It's been a pleasure of mine to call this race and see you win. Just put a bigger smile on my face, being friends and all. But, buddy, you got your first career win in SRN. How do you feel?
Oh man, I'm out of breath. I actually had to drive my way from the back to the front multiple times because I didn't know how bad the tire wear was. So I just played the hope and pray I don't die game. That helped me out a lot. So
I
I'm
could,
happy.
oh man, I could tell, man. I mean, that was definitely one of the type of calls I told Emerson. It's like that's definitely the type of call I seen you make with me before when we used to do this thing together, where we pit for fresh tires. And I mean, we were talking about it. I told Emerson, I'm like, I just really like the strategy to pit with tires, and a lot of those guys in the top 10 just didn't pit, and I'm like, watch these guys coming through, because we saw Baller do it before, where he went from like 9th to 1st, and I just knew you had a chance. I mean, did you think right there you had a big chance to maybe catch a better position pitting there for those 4 fresh tires in the end?
I was praying on a caution because my tires were shot before that. I thought it was all over if we didn't get a caution. Well, the second one. So after that had happened, I'm like, this is the only shot we got to win. Because everybody took fresh tires on the last run, so they were all out. So it was all hope and pray we don't die and get to the front as fast as possible.
Well, buddy, I'm glad to say I broadcasted a race that you have won. Congratulations on your first career win in SRN, and I might have to help you teach you how to do some burnout sometimes. We'll have to get that working a little bit better, but
Hey man,
yeah,
I rarely get wins on this freaking game.
I know, but I mean, it was a heck of a job, buddy. I'm proud of you, and go celebrate your win tonight with your teammates, and congratulations, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Connor, on your first career victory. Next, we have our second place finisher, driver of the number 86, and out of nowhere, Michael Sidor comes to life at the final restart and takes second there. Michael, welcome up to the booth, and congratulations on the second place finish. How about it?
oh my God, thank you. My heart's racing. It was racing those last few laps there.
Absolutely. So tell us about the pit call. I know it was very similar to Connor's, but what was going through your mind as you made it, and how did it all play out in your favor?
Well, my plan throughout the end was trying to at least have one fresh set of tires within 10 laps to go and hope that there was a caution there. And thankfully, it all played out very nicely, and I was able to use that fresh set there.
Absolutely. And Michael, we saw this was not just a very easy race for you. You had to fight through some adversity too. It was absolute chaos going on there in the midfield and the back of the pack. What was going through your mind, just trying to keep yourself out of trouble and recover your race if you did get into some trouble back there?
It's more, I'm just trying to, have a little give, just trying not to be too overly aggressive towards the beginning and all that. Just I want to try and put myself in the best position possible towards the end of the race, and finally it actually paid off there too.
Well, Michael, it's a great run here at Michigan. You got Texas, Talladega coming up next. 4 races left before this regular season comes to a close. What do you think about your chances to really, get together a little run here and, maybe see through some playoff success?
I think the playoff run is definitely there. I think this is the beginning of building a little bit of momentum. And I got all my teammates behind me, my sponsor, and everybody to back me for this, this push towards playoffs. Like you said, the last 4 races, it's getting down to the wire here. It's crunch time.
Absolutely, Michael. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. And correct me if I'm wrong, but your first podium with us here in SRN. And I think this is going to be your first or maybe your second top five. I mean, it's a great run for you, Michael, and I'm sure it's coming at the right time for you as you try to regain some momentum here this season and push for those playoffs. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
And that was driver of the number 86, Michael Sidor. And Ed, if you're still there, you got third place finisher, driver of the number 2, Daniel Baldler.
Yeah, Daniel, good to see you, buddy. Just one, maybe, how do you say it? Probably a quarter of a lap, just about short of getting a white flag and possibly sealing this thing. Ended up into a green-white checkered. I know it's not the night you had in mind, leading all those laps and stuff, but tell us how your night went. It looked like it went pretty good from your standard.
Yeah, it was a pretty good night. I haven't been racing for quite a while now, so it was pretty good to come back and be that competitive and lead a lot of laps.
Yeah, absolutely. You just look like you dominated this thing from start to finish almost, Daniel, and definitely controlling both lanes and handling the side draft. Did you basically take this almost in how you would on super speedways? I know we used to work on super speedways together back years ago, and you would be pretty dominant with those back in the good old days, but did you kind of treat that almost like the super speedway with how the trucks handle here, basically?
Yeah, pretty close. It's kind of important to protect that right rear here because you can really pinch somebody down there with that progressive banking and get them really loose. So it's nice to try to stay on the outside, and then you can kind of air block a little bit too in the corners, gets the guy behind a little bit loose. And so yeah, there's some air tricks. It's a little bit like super speedways, but it's kind of its own animal.
Yeah, I do want to ask you this because I just got to know in my mind, what was going through yours. But when that caution did come out, did you ever ponder possibly taking the tires to pit there, or was it just stay out and just hope you can manage?
I had nothing left. I had no tires sitting in the pits, so we were bed was made and we were in it and just had to try to make the best of what we had.
Well, no matter what, Daniel, it was a great finish, and you won the stage, you won the most laps, but coming home P3, I know it hurts a little bit, but still a great finish overall. Congrats on top 3, Daniel, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, guys. It was a good night.
And that was our third place finisher, driver of the number 2, Daniel Baldler, and it was something else tonight, Ed. It was quite the race. 14 cautions, but we get a great lead, great battle sort of lead all race long. That was fantastic. And then we get a first time winner. I know you're very stoked that it's a good friend of yours and someone who you had as your spotter for so long, and Connor. I mean, what a race! Despite the chaos and the 14 cautions, we were still treated to a great show.
Yeah, once we got through those cautions in the beginning stages before the end of stage 1 and a little bit after, we had a great run to the finish there. I mean, it was just great chaos racing, 3, 4, even 5 wide as we saw that one moment, racing down the front straightaway. I mean, it was just a great little spectacle for all the fans out there to watch, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. But definitely one to remember for somebody like Connor Cunningham getting his first career win in SRN.
Yeah, a great job for Connor, and very, very happy for him, and getting those first-time winners here in the Speed Racing Network. Well, we do have to go through the rest of our finishing results tonight, and here we go. We'll go with it. Connor Cunningham gets his first career Speed Racing Network victory, and with Bird Dog Racing, great for him. And Michael Sidor backing right behind him with a great, first career podium for Michael Sidor out of DG Motorsports. Daniel Baldler will come home third after dominating today's race. Kyle Spees will finish 4th, Andrew Harris 5th, Matthew Greathouse 6th, Dylan Godinez finishes 7th, Scott Kalal 8th, Jason Green 9th, and Dalton McKinney rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, Wally Babb, who had a decent top 10 run all day, comes home 11th, just one spot outside the top 10 in 11th. Aaron Gerwitz, who was also in that mix, finishes back in 12th. Jason Kracky, who had a pretty, semi-decent day, had a great finish in 13th in the top 15. Don Corcoran, who had a great run in the beginning, Emerson, and just got involved in that little bit of a mess earlier on with Dustin Slidor and everybody else, finishes home in 14th. Jeffrey Radke, last week's winner at IRP, finishes 15th. Spencer Brown in the 71 finishes 16th. Ben Morrow in 17th. Logan Truitt 18th. And Sean Long is the last car on the lead lap, finishes 19th, with Zachary Hines in 20th, the first car one lap down.
Heartbreakers row consists of the 21st place finisher Carl Burke in that 53 machine. Nathan De La Rocha finishes 22nd, 4 laps down. Austin DeLong finishing 23rd in the 89, 8 laps off the pace. Jacob Zala showed a lot of pace today. He'll finish 24th, 10 laps off the pace. Dustin Slider 25th, 51 laps down. Kyle Ryan 26th and 83 laps down. Daniel Miglin will finish 27th, 89 laps off the pace. So that is how they come to the checkers tonight here at the Michigan International Speedway. And Ed, again, we are now 4 weeks away from the playoffs. Connor Cunningham just locked himself in. This playoff, heat, this playoff grid is getting very, very hot very quickly with some crazy races coming up.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, with the new winner in Connor Cunningham, that's one last spot for some of these drivers to be able to gain. So it's going to be interesting once we get to the final couple races. Jason Green and Jeffrey Radke both leading at the top with 2 wins apiece. Now with Connor and all those others, I believe we got 7 winners basically, with Logan Truitt not making a minimum start, so basically 6 winners. So it's going to basically take one more spot away from some of these guys. We got a lot of drivers who don't have wins that had really great chances all year round, like Matthew Greyhouse, Dalton McKinney, Andrew Harris, Aaron Gerwitz, Ben Park, a recent champion in this sport, all not having a win this year, but still semi-decent seasons. As we come down to 4 weeks to go with all these tracks coming up, I would have bet a lot of these drivers have Talladega or Rockingham circled on their mind. As we go to Texas next week, it's almost going to be like this, Emerson, I feel like a little bit, but a little bit smaller. But I definitely can see the animosity picking up once we get to Texas and seeing a lot more carnage there.
Well, that'll be then the topic for next week, as that'll do it for us tonight here from Michigan. Want to give a shout out to all of our partners here at Speed Racing Network, Glytch, ThermoPro, and Admin Box. Make sure for Glytch you use code SRN10 for 10% off of your Glytch purchases. Glytch, the official energy drink of Speed Racing Network. ThermoPro, of course, make sure you use the code ThermoProTeam for 15% off of your ThermoPro purchases. And Admin Box has been on your screen all evening long. Admin Box, make sure you use code SRN-box, that's BOXX, for 10% off of your Admin Box purchases. If you're watching on YouTube, we would greatly appreciate if you would drop a like, subscribe, and check out the Speed Racing Network Premium Membership Program and all of its perks. For $4.99 a month, you can become a Speed Racing Network Premium member and get access to loyalty badges, custom emojis, exclusive wallpapers, and so much more waiting for you on our YouTube page on the join button for the Speed Racing Network Premium Membership Program. And check out all of our social media outlets. We'll continue to post and update you guys as the playoffs near for the Glytch Truck Series and the ThermoPro Series. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Speed Racing Network, our Instagram at Speed Racing Network, our Twitch at twitch.tv/Speed Racing Net, our Twitter at Speed Racing Net, our YouTube at youtube.com/Speed Racing Network, our LinkedIn at linkedin.com/company/Speed Racing Network, and the website where we keep up with everything SRN when it comes to news, schedules, points, highlights, and all that jazz is waiting for you at speedracingnetwork.com. Well, that'll do it for us here from Michigan. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. For all here at Speed Racing Network, Edward Shearer and myself, Emerson Arden, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night when the ThermoPro Series continues things here from the Great Lakes State, or next week when we head up to the Lone Star State and Texas Motor Speedway.